Thank you so much, and it's truly an honor to have the governor of the state of Colorado on our side for many years to proclaim the month of August the African Immigrant Month, and a privilege to celebrate it with all of you. But before I get to my remark, I would like to really thank a dear friend, Ken Theory, not only the leader that he is in the community, but the friend he is to me for many years, the mentor you have been to me for many years, and you are part of the reason that I do this work, and I want to thank you for your support. I'm so much grateful to you, to everything. Thank you so much. Now, every year when I get on the stage, I always promise myself that I won't get emotional. But every year it gets tougher because of some people you have in the audience or something that happened in your life. And I don't know how helpful it's going to be tonight, having my dear mother here tonight with us, that flew in all the way from Africa to be with her. Now, this woman raised 13 of us of her own and 25 with the entire family. Obviously, I don't know how she did it. But if I am the person I am today, as you know, it's thanks to her. So allow me to have 1 minute so I can say a message in our native language to my dear mother while I try to look at her. And yes, so pray for me that I won't cry on the stage like a baby. But when you do that for your mom, it's okay. So madam, like audience bi ñaan leen ñu may ma am benn message. fi nga jaar ak sa njaboot xam nga ko tey lii lépp yow la du kenn yow la yal na la yàlla saxal dëgëral la yal na la yàlla fay. Merci beaucoup, Mama. I love you. Now, I don't know if it's going to get harder or easier, but I have my lovely wife here. That's been by my side for many years, and all of you know the community leader you are. You know it's not easy when you have an entire community on your back, when you are serving day in and day out, you're never at home, and you have 3 daughters that you raise, and she never complains. She's always there to back me up and to support me. I love you, and I appreciate all the support. Now, I remember when my first one was born, a lot of people used to tell me, enjoy it, it will go by fast. And 2 weeks ago, I had to send off my oldest one to college, and yes, it went by fast. And she was not able to be with us as she's off to Howard University in Washington, D.C., pursuing her dream. And she was very lucky to be raised by such a beautiful community. And I have my second daughter here, Fama, and I have Matu. I love you, ladies, and thank you for everything. Now, as you know, every year there's the theme that comes along with Afrik Impact. So last year, the theme was breaking barriers and building bridges among all people. And this year, the theme is connecting communities, cultures, and continents. And this evening, I really want to take the time to talk about those 4 C's that we talk about: connecting communities, cultures, and continent. Now, and most of it, Katie already mentioned it. And I know the board chair of the African Leadership Group, Fish, will always tell you, don't let the name fool you. Because when you hear the name, you might think it's only about African. But in fact, it's about people. And now when we talk about connecting, we know a lot of people sometimes can use this word, but sometimes can really be challenged on how to go about it. How do we connect people? How do we bring people together? I want you to take a moment to look around you or to look at the person that's sitting next to you. You might have that answer. And that's what the African Leadership Group is doing. We are all about connecting people to bring them around the same table to talk about issues that matters to us. Not to us as human beings, but to us as communities. Now, communities is the next C, connecting communities. As we know, communities can mean so many different things. A basketball team can be a community. Davida can be a community. People from the same background can be a community. But at the same time, we all can be one community. And that's what the African Leadership Group is talking about. When we talk about community, we're talking about every single one of you being part of the same community we share, we appreciate, and we uplift together. So let me tell you how we do this. When you talk about impacting somebody's life, when you talk about getting somebody to have access to the best education possible, when you talk about helping somebody to have access to financial literacy, when we talk about helping somebody to build generational wealth, and the list goes on and goes on. Not one community can do it by itself. We need all to come together and do it. And as you can see with the list of sponsors that we have and communities, which I'm going to name, that's what the African Leadership Group is doing. So if I think about the Hispanic community, I think about somebody like Yunuen. Yunuen, wherever you are, could you please stand up? And Yunuen is from the Latino community. And Yunuen is part of the African Leadership Group. Not only she cares about education, meaning I want to help minority teachers to be in the classroom so our children can have teachers that look like them. But she also cares about the housing of our community. She cares about the education. So I want to thank you and the entire Latino community for the love and appreciation in being part of us. Talking about community still, let's talk about the Black community. I hope you couldn't help it to notice that our MC tonight, even though he's been to Senegal 4 times, but he's a Black American. A brother that I've known for many years, that uplifted me, that supported me. But if you are looking for communities, we will never come together. If you look at somebody like Jason Golden, that I met on the step of the state capitol in 2016, today we are one family. I think about Brother Jeff, I think about Dr. Malcolm, I think about Selena, I think about Bianca, I think about Omar. The list can go on and on and on. I cannot thank enough the Black community for the support, the love, the appreciation, because we're standing on the shoulders of Dr. Martin Luther King, of the President Obama, to be able to do everything that we are doing today. So we are extremely grateful to all your support and embracing us to allow us to be part of this amazing, great nation. Now, you will see throughout the night that we will be recognizing amazing people from the white or Caucasian community. And you can see that our main sponsor, when he stood here, he did not talk about himself. He did not talk about his company. He talked about the same code that brings us together, which is how do we better our community. I think about somebody like Brian Vogue, the CEO of the Denver Botanic Garden, that supported me for many years, and a friend. I think about Jennifer. I think about Phil. I think about the Arvada Center. I think about all these white people. I think about Andy. All these white people that welcome us and embrace us and do support us to the work we are doing. I'm so grateful to your support, and thank you so much. Now, if you were here last year, that you will see that we did a poem called I Am the Bridge. And we have 7 different communities that perform that poem. Now, a mentor of mine for many years and a business partner is from the Jewish community, Mr. Kavalis. Somebody now that claims to be more Senegalese than I do because he spent so many time in Senegal. I think about Alan, I think about Susan, I think about all those people from the Jewish community that embrace us, that support us. So I want to thank you for everything, for the support. We love you and we appreciate you. Now we know that we are standing on the soil of the indigenous, of people from the Native American, right? And I know quite often we have a tendency to forget, but everything that we are doing today, we are grateful to their support and being part of the community because we do such a great work. Let's give it a round of applause for the Native American community as well. Now, this is what the African Leadership Group is about. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you look like. We are all one community and we share that love and that appreciation. My ask of you when it comes to communities, please don't let the politician divide us. Don't let the politics divide us. Because we're all human beings. And I know in the core of ourselves, we all love and appreciate each other. So the best thing we can do for ourselves and for our children, every single day when we step out of the house, to leave the house with love and appreciation. You might have your community of your own, but also know that you are part of one community that we all share. So think about it. We are all one community. Now, the next C is culture. And I know that's the beautiful thing that we all have and we can appreciate at times. Because art is part of the culture, music is part of the culture, food is part of the culture. But what I noticed is sometimes it's so difficult for us to go out of the culture that we are so used to embrace a different culture, which can be normal at times. But we got to give it a try, to try other culture, to embrace other culture. And when I think about culture, I think about my friend from the Taste of Ethiopia. Nebu, where are you? Where you staying? So thank you so much for being here. We have a great partnership with the Taste of Ethiopia where we come together and we celebrate each other. Now today, when we talk about Afrik Impact Celebration, it's no longer just for the African Leadership Group, but it's for the entire African community, and we thank you for your leadership and your partnership. Thank you so much. Now, as Katie mentioned, all of us, somehow in our ancestry, our parents, our grandparents, they all left one nation to come to this great country to seek for something. We all came from another place other than America. So we owe it to, and he said his grandfather went back to bring his wife. We all owe it to wherever we came from, wherever our ancestors came from, to go back and visit, to go back and have an impact. So when you think about the word continent, just understand that we have the obligation to make the world a better place. If America is only the only great nation, we couldn't help it for the people to come through the border. Because people have the right to seek betterness. People have the right to seek better living. If we can give it to them where they are, they would not feel the need. It's my duty, it's our duty to reach out with a hand and help those people. So with that, I want to thank the entire delegation that came from Senegal. It's truly an honor. Please help me and give them a round of applause and a warm welcome. And this delegation, they are here to establish partnership and collaboration for the youth of Senegal. None of them will feel the need to travel out of the country because they can better that nation, and together we can do it. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I appreciate you traveling. Now, I want to leave you with this tonight. Everything we do, education is at the center of everything. From advocacy, from tutoring program, from sending our kids to college, And with that, I want to thank CU Boulder for being here. The Chancellor is here. Thank you so much for your support. We look forward to the partnership. And Tony, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I have to. I am heading to a CU Buff game. And if any of you is nice to me, I might invite you along. But thank you so much. But education is key. Either we are creating some type of certification program, or we are making our school system a better school system, or we're making sure that the teachers we have in the classroom, they are equipped to do their job, or we are preparing our kids to head off to college. We cannot build this nation, we cannot build the youth, this country without the youth. So it's an obligation and a duty for all of us to keep in mind and focus on the children so we can build this nation and build the world. I officially want to welcome you to the 9th Annual Afrik Impact Celebration. Enjoy your time. Support the work of the African Leadership Group. Support the work of this community so we can do our part when it comes to building this great nation and the world. Thank you so much and enjoy. Thank you. Brian, I'll give it back to you, Brendan. Thank you.